Hey, what's up, guys? We're going to talk about our exponential functions, but today we're adding that little twist where now we're talking about percents. Is it an increase or is it a percent decrease? And what does that mean for our B value, our growth factor? What does that look like in there? Okay, so what you need to know is that anytime you deal with a percent, to use it in an equation, it has to be a decimal. So you have to know how to convert to a decimal. It's just dividing by 100 because percent means per 100. So we divide by 100, which moves our decimal point 2 places to the left, right? Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing today, interpreting percents. Okay, so if you read at the top of your notes, when given a percent increase, we're going to add the percent to 100%, and then we'll convert it, okay? If it's a decrease, so it's going down, right, we're going to subtract the percent from 100, and then we convert. All right, so here we go. We're going to convert percents to B values, to our growth factors. All right, so we have a 35% increase, so that tells me I'm going to add that percent to 100. So I'm going to have 100% plus 35% is going to give me 135%. Okay, and then we convert it to a decimal by moving the decimal 2 places to the left because I'm going to divide that number, right? So my base value is going to be 135, but I'm going to move my decimal, and in whole numbers the decimal's at the end, so I move it over, so our base value is actually 1.35. This is what would go in my equation, 1.35. Okay, let's do it again. 7% decrease. Okay, decrease, I subtract it from 100. So I'm going to do 100% minus 7%. And if you suck at subtraction, you have a calculator right now, right? So this is going to be 93%. So for my base value, I'm going to take that number and I move, because I'm dividing by 100, so it moves my decimal 2 places over. So I'm going to have my base value is 93 hundredths, 0.93. And again, that's what would go in my equation. All right, so you get it? Here we go, 4.5% increase. Increase says add it to 100. So I have 100% plus the 4.5% is going to equal 104.5%. To get the base value, I'm going to drop the percent sign, and I'm going to move my decimal. My decimal now is right here, okay, not always at the end, mind where it is. Okay, so in this case, my base value is 1.045. I'm over 1, so that shows growth, increase, right? 50% decrease. Decrease, I subtract it from 100, so 100% minus 50% equals 150%, right? Whoa, no, it doesn't. Guys, how are you going to let me subtract wrong? All right, minus 50% equals 50%. Hey, there we go. Okay, so crazy sometimes. All right, so we drop the percent sign, move the decimal twice to the left, so my B value is actually 0.5, and that shows decrease. Woo! All right, 0.9% increase. Increase says add to 100. So I'm going to add that 0.9%. So I get 100.9%. I'm going to take, for the B value, drop my percent sign, move my decimal 2 places left. So my B value is 1.009. That shows increase. All right, we're good. 2% decrease. Decrease, I subtract from 100. So 100% minus 2% equals 98%. B value, drop the percent. Move my decimal twice. And my B value is 0.98. Okay, so that's how we go from a percent to our growth factor, the number we can actually use in our equation. Okay, so just remember, percent to decimal, we move our decimal place 2 places to the left, right? Just keep that in mind, has to change first. All right, So now what if we have our base value, which like we have our equation, this is the number we see in the equation, and it asks us what kind of increase or decrease is it. So you're just going to convert and we're going to see how far from 100 are we. Are we above or are we below? Okay, to convert a decimal to a percent, we move the other way. So now we multiply times 100, so that moves us 2 places to the right. So my percent here is 122%. And then we're looking how far from 100 are we above or below. So this is above, and it's 22% above, so that's a 22% increase, right? And if you're not sure, if I did 122 minus 100, that gets me my 22 above, okay? All right, so that's what, if it asked me what's the increase, what's the percent change, it's 22% increase because I went above 100, okay? I should look at this, I should know. Remember, we talked about the b-value. If it's less than 1, it's a decrease. If it's above 1, it's an increase. So right now, I should know I'm decreasing. Now we have to find out how much. So we're going to convert to a percent. So I move to the right now. So the percent is 85%. And then I'm asking how far from 100 am I, right? So 100 minus 85 would get me 15. So this is a 15% and I'm below 100, so 15% decrease. Okay, that's it. All right, so convert. This is less than 1, so I should be a decrease. Okay, I go to the right twice, so I'm at 25%. How far from 100? Well, 100 minus 25 is 75. So this is actually showing me a 75% decrease. All right, you feeling it? All right, here we go. Move my decimal twice, it's over 1, so this should be increase. I'm at 130%. How far above 100 is that? It's 30% above, so we're 30% increase. Okay, filling it, filling it. Here we go, move it. I have my percent. How far above 100? 76. I'm above. This is an increase, which matches my B value because it's greater than 1. Sweet. All right, convert. I'm at 19%. That's a decrease. How far of a decrease? So 100 minus 19 would be 81. So this is an 81% decrease. Okay, that's it. So if it gives me my equation, if I know the growth factor, I can find my percent increase or decrease depending on how far is that percent from 100. Okay, so remember when we go decimal to percent, we take the decimal and we're going to the right now. Okay, all right. Now, what if we're just going to see like, okay, find the B value? What would we use in each of these, and is it growth or decay? Okay, if it just says common ratio, remember we said that that's a name for our B value. So this just straight up, B is 0.32. That's what I would use in my equation. Depreciating by 5%. Depreciating is a decrease by 5%. So I'm going down 5%, but remember I can't use percent, so I have to actually do the 100% minus 5% is going to get me 95%. So my B value, remember, drop the percent, move twice to the left, so I would actually use 0.95 in my equation. There's the B value. All right, I'm increasing by 3.25%. Okay, so remember percents I have to convert. So I convert it, so I have 3.25, but I have to add it to 100. So I'm at 103.25%. To get my B value, I drop the percent, move my decimal 2 places left. So my B value in my equation would be 1.0325. Okay, Triples, that just straight up tells me my B value, I'm 3 times as much, so it'd be 3. Quarter life, quarter means a fourth, so my B value is just 1/4. The only time you convert it is if it's a percent, all right? This last one says I decrease, so I'm going down, so that means subtract this 12% from 100, which is going to get me 88%, and then convert it to my B value. Drop the percent, move the decimal. My B value that I would use in my equation is 0.88. Woohoo! All right, we doing all right? Just remember, look for words that are going to tell you growth, any decimal or fraction that's greater than 1, appreciates, grows, increase, right? Any decay words, any decimal less than 1, depreciate, decay, decrease. Okay, there's other words, but just you're looking for those words in our situations. All right, here we go. Word problems now. All right, the original value of an investment is $1,400. This is my initial, that's that A value. The value increases, okay, sweet, increases by 9%. Ooh, I'm going to have to change that each year. Okay, increase, so this is growth. The change, it said it's growing by 9%, so I add 9%. To get the B value, oh, it's a percent, so I have to change it. So 100 plus the 9%, I'm at 109%, right? So I'm going to drop the percent, move my decimal, so my B value is actually 1.09. That's what I would use in my equation. My initial amount was the 1,400. All right, and now I have all my pieces because remember the equation is y equals a times b to the x power. So y equals my initial, which is 1,400, times the B value, 1.09, shows an increase, which matches my story, to the x power. All right, one more time. The population of a town is decreasing at a rate of 1%, so we're going down by 1% per year. In 2000, there were 1,300 people. Okay, so this is my starting point. All right, so I'm decreasing, so that's decay. My change, I'm going down by 1%. Okay, so to get the B value, I'm dealing with percents, so I have to subtract. All right, so I'm at 99%, right? To get B, I drop the percent, move my decimal. All right, so B is actually 0.99. My initial amount was 1,300 people. So my equation, y equals the initial, so 1,300, times the growth factor, so 0.99 to the x power. Woohoo, there we go. Okay, the biggest thing is remember if you're dealing with percents, you have to convert before you can use it in your equation. You have to convert it. Okay, all right, so you guys are going to practice. Let's see what you can do.